you know what? We see this every day. We see stories like this. Giant whale buys 1,000 Bitcoin, right? When, again, the market was panicking. Retail was panicking. When fear level was in extreme fear level. Those are times where you want to load up. You want to load up as much as possible. And some of these whales understand that. You want to buy when things are low. But what's also interesting about this whale is this whale seems to like to trade. Overall, this whale bought 1,000 Bitcoin, about $60 million worth, holds about 450 million in total. But this whale also sold about 468 million between June 27th and July 8th, while Bitcoin was going down, right? This is one of the things I've said. Like, a lot of people, when they trade, when they try to outsmart the market and they trade, they end up losing more than if they just held. And if that's the case with this whale. He panic sold, on the way down, and now he's panic buying him back. Like, had he just held, he'll be just fine, right? But anyways, my point is, don't try to outsmart the market. Continue to hodl. And DCA when you can, right? That's the only strategy, is DCA and hodl. You look at wallets that are holding anywhere from 10 to 10,000 Bitcoin, back to holding 66.6% of all Bitcoin. That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot, right? So obviously we went through the Mt. Gox. They distributed a lot. We saw a little dip afterwards, but now we're seeing that climb right back upwards. The whales are again accumulating. I mean, they've been accumulating, not just like recently, but anything below 60,000 is a steal at this point, considering we know where Bitcoin will be next year. VCs are staying bullish, injecting 190 million despite market uncertainties because they know to. VCs, they've been in the game long enough. They know, just like the Wall Street whales and the Wall Street traders and the hedge funds, VCs, they are investing for the future, right? A lot of the projects that are down right now that need a capital injection, or the new project coming out, they can be the Solana or Avalanche or XRP or Cardano of the future, right? So they are injecting their money still, because they also know next year or later this year and next year are going to be absolutely fantastic. Tons network is finally up after some airdrop related issues in 36 hours. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I don't even know what dogs is, but it's some kind of new meme or game. Solana's prediction market bet on Drift has surpassed Polymarket's volume for the first time. That's crazy. Everyone talks about Polymarket, but no one talks about bet on Drift. But again, it shows you the potential of Solana. Every single measurable metric on Solana has basically surpassed ETH at this point. So is it really outrageous to think that Solana could flip ETH this cycle? I don't think so. And then finally, for those of you guys that are Cardano fans, the Chang Hardfork is set for September 1st. So that's only 3 days away. Will it pump Cardano to the moon? Probably not, but it will make the network better. It will make the network better. Dollar General, well, they just cratered 25%, blaming financially constrained customers. Why is this good? Well, it's not good for Dollar General, but it's good because, again, this is one of those indicators that shows that the economy is slowing down, that people are more broke now. So it gives ammunition for Powell to use and say, hey, we need to cut more aggressively, 50 basis point instead of 25 basis point, right? So that is what it's looking like, right? And we do have a big PCE inflation reading that's coming up tomorrow too. So you got a whole lot of banks making predictions. Headline will be 2.5, core is 2.7. So again, that would be those are pretty good numbers. Again, giving Powell ammunition to do a larger cut, and that is what we want to see. A 50 basis point cut, not 25 basis points. Right? So that's what we want to see. Dell Computers, they will be having their earnings call. Michael Dell has been pretty active with like retweets, and you know, some of it's like from Michael Saylor and so forth, right? From some of the biggest Bitcoin bulls out there. And he was really big onto Bitcoin back in the day. Dell was like the very first computer manufacturer to take Bitcoin as a payment. So maybe Dell's going to disclose that they bought some Bitcoin. Who knows? If he does, that'll be absolutely huge. If he doesn't, you know what? Does not matter. And the other thing I want to highlight is this. Nvidia came out with terrific earnings yesterday after market, but then I highlighted it last night. Their pre-market, just, you know, for whatever reason, or aftermarket shot down 7%, 8% doesn't make a lot of sense. I have a feeling that Wall Street today is going to digest that, and Nvidia is going to start turning green. And again, it made no sense that it went red. And here's the other thing too. Even after the aftermarket showed that Nvidia's price started tanking, you look at all the price targets from all the major banks out there, and they raised them substantially. This is what I'm saying. Like, how does it make sense? All the major banks raised their price target on Nvidia, yet last night, Nvidia went in the red after they reported an astronomically good quarter once again. I just think it was just a giant fake out. Like, you know, whoever was selling yesterday was just trying to fake everyone else out, because it makes no sense. And why would you want to bet against Nvidia at this point, right? But anyways, that's just how Wall Street works. You know, you guys may wonder why there's so much manipulation, price suppression, and all that good stuff that we see and hear about all the time. Well, it's just because they want to make money. They're good at driving fear, just like with Bitcoin. Now, Wall Street's evolved. They like to drive a lot of fear, and those that can see past it and understand that, hey, if you have something good, you never want to sell it, no matter how dire it looks. Well, then those are the ones that will be making tons and tons of money in the future, right? Like so many people in this chat that has been watching and holding for years upon years, and they're doing quite fine.